Hello. In this video, we'll talk about what limited academic English oral proficiency means and what it takes to reach basic academic English oral proficiency on the AEPA. First, let's review the description of limited from the Office of Language Assessment. The limited speaker does not have functional academic English oral proficiency to successfully complete academic tasks at the university. Limited speakers might do fine during a vacation in an English-speaking place, but would have difficulty communicating and working in a university setting. Test takers who receive a limited score often misuse everyday vocabulary, communicate in short, disconnected sentences, cannot describe everyday topics, produce confusing grammar and word form errors, cannot form questions, have problems with listening comprehension, have pronunciation that is very influenced by their additional languages, and rely on memorized chunks of language and avoid speaking spontaneously. If you're watching this video, your goal may be to reach a basic proficiency level the next time you take the AEPA. The Office of Language Assessment describes the basic speaker as follows. The basic speaker may be able to communicate simple academic ideas, though frequent errors in pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary may require an attentive listener. The speaker cannot support an opinion or hypothesize. Miscommunication may occur as a result of insufficient listening comprehension skills. A quick note. Some test takers prepare papers with answers to possible AEPA questions ahead of time. These notes, in addition to being against the rules, usually distract test takers, leading to a lower quality performance overall. Remember, the AEPA is a real conversation, which means it's not possible to study for it the way one might for a TOEFL or IELTS exam. The best way to earn a better score is to improve your spoken language skills. There's no shortcut. What can you do to reach a basic proficiency level? And more importantly, how can you improve your oral academic English? Here are some suggestions. Read. Believe it or not, reading regularly can significantly improve your speaking. Read something in English that you enjoy for at least 30 minutes every day. This can be a graphic novel, a soccer website, a fashion magazine, or a novel for teenagers. Reading will improve your vocabulary and your ability to select the correct word form when speaking. Because even simple magazines and websites include examples of complex grammar forms, reading will help you internalize those structures as well. Practice at home. If you have a roommate, partner, or family member who's also learning English, make a special arrangement. Ask if you can designate one room of your home, for example, the kitchen or the living room, as an English-only zone. If you prefer, you could have an English-only time for the entire morning, afternoon, or evening. Remember, it's okay if your language partner has problems with English. Practice, not perfection, is what's important. Regular practice will help improve your overall speaking ability. Utilize the community. The people living around you can help you improve your English. If there's a university in your neighborhood that hosts English-speaking students, inquire about a language conversation exchange program. Many world cities have an active community of English speakers. If you have access to English-speaking community where you live, consider organizing a cooking class, a dance class, or a gardening project. Watch movies and TV online. Choose an enjoyable show that you have read about or seen before in one of your additional languages. Watch the show in 5 to 10-minute chunks with the audio and the subtitles in English. Be sure to read the subtitles while the characters speak. This activity will help you strengthen your listening comprehension skills. Practice English with online resources. Start or find an English improvement meetup group online. English Lesson Library Online, Voice of America, and the British Broadcasting Corporation's Learning English are internet resources that feature easy listening options. Strengthen all types of listening skills. Practice top-down listening. For example, practice understanding the main ideas in a short instructional video, as well as bottom-up listening. For example, understanding an email address when it is read to you. Here's an example of top-down listening practice. Watch a 3-minute video on job interviews in the United States and summarize it in 2 sentences. Here's an example of bottom-up listening practice. Listen to a short passage over and over again and write down everything you hear. Remember, even lifelong English speakers cannot understand everything they hear all of the time. The main goal is to comprehend the essential part of what the speaker is trying to communicate to you. For example, a phone number, a flight time, or the gist of a lecture. The more you surround yourself with English, the easier it will be to guess whatever information you may have missed. As you watch and listen to programs online, practice listening for tone and emphasis. How does the meaning of this following sentence change when each word is emphasized? I never said she stole my money. 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 You get the idea. Review vocabulary. Download the new General Service List, which contains the 2,800 most common words in English. Read the list carefully. Eliminate the words you know without a doubt when you hear them and when you read them. With a highlighter, mark the words you sort of know and the words you don't know. Make flashcards featuring these medium and challenging vocabulary words. On the front of the card, write the word. On the back, include the pronunciation and definition. Whenever you have a free 5 minutes, review the flashcard and say the word on each card out loud. Practice question formation. Question formation is a common problem for even advanced speakers. An inability to form questions can lead to a lower proficiency marking. Practice your verb tenses. To reach the basic level, you do not have to speak with perfect tense choice all of the time. But of course, the more accurate you are, the better. Review present, present continuous, past, present perfect, and future tenses. Review your modals, especially can, could, may, should, have to, and need to. Work on making your pronunciation more intelligible to listeners. Your English pronunciation may be influenced by your additional languages. If your last tester noted that your pronunciation could be distracting in a professional North American setting, consider the following. Tongue twisters are nonsense phrases or sentences that are difficult to say. Susie sells seashells by the seashore, or Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers are 2 English tongue twisters. Repeating tongue twisters is a great way to exercise your mouth. Make sure to warm up your mouth with a few tongue twisters before any important presentation or speaking test. Find someone reading Fox and Socks, a famous tongue twister book, online. Follow along with the narrator, trying to imitate the pronunciation you hear. Read along with subtitles during any video in English. Try your best to imitate the speaker. Chances are, the more exaggerated you make the sounds, the easier it will be for listeners to understand you. Read poems, song lyrics, or children's books to improve your rhythm in English. Follow along as actors read children's books online. After practicing, read some children's books in English to your own kids or nieces and nephews. Acting exercises can also help improve your pronunciation and confidence. Try this. Find a short dialogue to perform with a friend. Go outside to a busy, noisy street. Ask your friend to stand on one side of the street while you stand on the opposite side. Shout the lines of the dialogue to one another. North American English speakers do not typically pronounce all sounds as they appear in writing. Practice reduction. For example, I will becomes I'll, and she is becomes she's. Review past tense verb endings. Review S pronunciation. Remember your new General Service List vocabulary cards? When reviewing these, hold onto a rubber band. Pull the rubber band during the stressed syllable of each word. It sounds crazy, but this exercise really helps people remember when to stress syllables. Finally, here are some great pronunciation resources online. We wish you the best of luck as you continue to improve your academic English.